Okay, is it good now? Seems to be. I don't know what the fuck that was about. Here's my cat. Hell yeah. Oh, that's right. I need to put my earbuds in. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm not ready. As usual. I'm an amateur. This is not a show. Gotta wait for both earbuds to turn on because they like to not turn on at the same time for some reason. Guess that's Raycons for you. Come on. Come on, turn on, you piece of shit. Oh my god. You motherfucker. My cat's licking my finger. Very cute. Oh my god, why won't it turn on? What is this bullshit? There we go. I had to lick the connector and it turned on. It's a hack. It does work. Some of the time. Alright. Well, there goes my cat. He's licking the Raycons for some reason. The case. Very strange. Very odd. But you do you, bud. Here we go. Very cool.
Have you ever seen a nervous breakdown?
Gonna watch some videos in the background for fun.
No. Only good people would be able to have a great one.
Yeah. Have you seen Chris, can you look up Boogie 2988 breakdown?
I fucking hate Boogie. That guy is such a piece of shit.
No.
I'll destroy mine all day, and my dad is dead, and my mom is dead. I'll talk about those pieces of
This guy's a narcissist, manipulative piece of shit.
You ever meet anybody who makes a big deal about their mom or dad being dead?
Yeah.
Doesn't that strike you as a little bit much?
Woe is me shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to call the Dead Dad. The best one I've ever seen is Jess's friend calls it the Dead Dad Club. She said it like kind of comically, and she looked like she was well adjusted about having a kind of a sad thing where her dad died young. I understand.
Alright, here we go.
But she did this thing called the Dead Dad Club, and it was like when I first.
Uh-oh, blood and gore. I don't know. Vomit. Oh no.
About tragedy. I never brought it up. Didn't ever like live in it or anything. A tattoo memoriam.
We don't like it. Oh, hello, Annie.
Well, it's
Fantastic to see you. How do I sound compared to the video in the background?
my parents died. I'm not gonna come in and you're gonna ask you'll ask me.
Because yesterday the video was too loud.
My dad's dead. I'm not gonna do anything like that. No, man.
Yeah.
People who like I don't know. There's just something.
That's right, now we have to go down this shitty elevator.
Not all.
Just want the line gun so I can cheese shit for fun. It's gonna be super epic.
Yeah.
And I got the contact beam, so I'll be able to make lots of money.
When you meet people who like.
Then I can be everyone's sugar daddy.
Well, dude, after my dad died, I didn't even know what the hell I believed in.
Against the bridge looking for you, but it is completely fucked. I'm not sticking around in case whatever did it comes back, and neither should you. It looks like the
I want to go in there.
lining deck to meet up with the other survivors. I'll head there too. If you aren't with them, I'll find a way to contact you.
I know it's a terrible thing. It happens in your 20s.
Do a little Saverino.
Guidance. That's terrible. That's
I know what you're saying.
when we meet people 30 years.
Turn the game down just a little.
Yeah.
This is the third year that I've known you as a person. I just heard you just dropped that fact again.
Yeah. It's like a part of their identity.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm a woodworker. I have a dead dad. I like jogging.
Yeah. Get in here.
Yeah.
Oh no! Okay, that guy behind me actually fucked me up. Okay, without headphones you can barely hear it. Okay. That's probably for the best.
I'll just play mine all day, and my dad is dead, and my mom is dead. I'll talk about those pieces of shit till they're
I hate Boogie so fucking much. This guy's such a piece of shit.
I will not. We've talked about it. We made an agreement, and I'm not gonna do that.
Come on. There we go.
We got
Can we fast forward, Chris? Where's the part where he's like,
See, I need to
yeah.
adjust this. There we go.
Talk about your sister. You said you would talk about your dad and mother all day. So will you address those
Turn
issues? Because
video up
My
just a
mother
little.
twitted my fucking tipples as part of the abuse, and she twisted my balls and my dick, and she told me that
Yeah,
sex
okay,
was
Boogie.
disgusting and
Okay,
awful.
dude. Who asked?
Wow, no, keep going.
And she
Shit.
told
You're
me that
like a
only
40-year-old
disgusting
man.
people
Chill the
had
fuck
it.
out.
out of target offline.
then okay, well let's not talk about any of it.
No, my dad fucking masturbated in front of me and showed me pornography and asked me if I wanted to join in and encouraged me
Oh,
to
poor
touch
me.
her.
I scammed the fuck out of you. Let me trauma dump to make you feel bad for me and forget that I'm a piece of shit.
No.
Can we be done? Can we be
Wow. I feel bad for that guy.
That's horrendous if he's telling the truth. That's the worst.
Don't feel bad for him,
like-
Nick.
that's like,
You silly Billy.
Bates, like the Bates Motel, the psycho.
I almost called him
It
Charles.
might not be true. This guy, I think he's a liar.
philosophy?
It seems like
Yeah.
I fucking you.
just went skiing.
Louder than the game. Okay, I'm gonna change it once I go to the next video.
I think you broke your computer.
Next video will be more chill.
Okay.
Hopefully I don't get any like copyright strikes or
Is
anything.
that your
But
media?
That's
Well,
the
it-
current state of media right
it's
now.
channel strikes I'm worried about. I don't care about copyright strikes, but we'll see.
That's bad advice. Anyways, Undertaker.
What a nightmare. Close that tab, Chris. I don't even have that even as an option.
Alright, is this the spacewalk part? Yeah, it is. Gotta say, Annie, ever since I watched the last couple of your streams, I've been playing this game a lot better.
By way of like
The kinesis shit,
I've been watching.
the kinesis stuff is a fucking game changer. I should have been doing that this whole fucking time.
Just watching them, just as entertainment.
But I haven't died in like 3 hours or so.
Makeup on.
Like P Diddy.
Alright, let's do...
Let's Google it. Let's
Think
look it
they're
up.
vigilantes.
Oh, I'm selling the Porsche. By
The
way.
fuck?
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Which one is that?
Bring a trailer that way.
Oh, that's right, I have to press E.
Are you talking about
That's what was fucking me up.
The Joker shit?
Yeah.
Are these guys in the Boulay Society?
They're definitely in the boule.
I love this
They're
sound
low level,
effect.
though. They're very beginning.
It's so satisfying.
They're interning at the boule.
I'm a Boulay intern.
You know what's funny? Remember I was telling you I was smoking a blunt with that black couple outside in North Carolina? They were talking about the conspiracy stuff in a way that I hadn't heard about. They were talking about how adults, ready for this one? Adults are staying in black fraternities for their entire adult life until they're 45.
I did know that black guys go heavy on that fraternity shit.
Like regular
Alright, babies spawn now, right?
In the South, like they're still doing
Where are
frat
the
shit
babies
when they're
spawning?
like 35, being like, listen to me, young blood, bring me a coffee. You don't understand what it's like to serve an elder.
Can you look up black? Oh.
There we go.
fraternity life
You piece of
on
shit.
YouTube?
They were like, see, I don't fuck with that shit. That's what they tell me. I was she's like, what do you think about that? I was like, I didn't even know that's even real. I was like, I know frat guys that are like white dudes.
Dead Space is set in the
forever, and they like go
the
back
world
and
where
party
Roe
at,
v.
like,
Wade
football
was
games. And that was always
overturned.
mad whack because they would be there like, trying to fuck the chicks.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that in college being at football fraternity.
all the
parties,
women could no longer
and,
get
like, guys that were,
abortions,
like,
so they turned into
24,
these
and
fucking
like,
things.
instantly, like clocking them like, yeah, dude, get the fuck out of here. We're like 18.
There we go. Get this rig.
Like, being a dad, but like getting cocked and like kind of like hitting on chicks and shit.
Gimme.
But they were telling me like this stuff right here. Like,
Did I get it? So one thing I dislike about this game is the
like they ride them until
little heads-up display thing will take a fucking while to tell you if you've picked up shit sometimes.
Didn't you want to go to college and join a frat?
I wanted to wear a red suit with a white
Uh-oh, I'm gonna run out of air pretty soon.
In high
Just
school.
my age.
The guy's dancing for guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the point, Charles.
Oh.
It's cool.
This is the Google Pixel 9. And this is your family leaving the photo you just took, taking your phone,
You're a good kitty.
and
Very
adding
good
you.
kitty.
So now you have a picture
Wish
from
I
a
could get
family
him on
vacation
cam,
with the
but
whole
I gotta
family.
be the silly pepper. Yes, I very much appreciate it, Annie. You're very, very good at this game.
It looks good. And this is like a,
Alright.
according to them, according to this,
Return to the captain's
they were like,
nest.
this is kind of like a whack thing that
Okie dokie.
black dudes do.
Is that what you call Dapper Black?
Let's look up more of that. I want to see more of this.
But I guess it takes up a big part of collegiate
FKB.
life. That's what they were saying.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Like all college grads that are into this shit are like, when you're an adult, you sort of subscribe to like, oh, we're going to the gym to watch the new Phi Kappa Kappa Alpha
That ain't Nicole, that's Elizabeth.
ceremony and shit.
Spoilers.
And I was like, wow, that's kind of.
Oh, now you want to come back, Cat?
For guys?
Yeah, Charles.
Come on, make up your mind.
Come on.
Why?
Because they're
Make
cool.
up your mind, you
Learn to
piece of
dance.
shit.
It's like a bunch of Tupacs.
Benson.
A bunch of Bensons.
Oh, how did I miss these?
That's rough. That's like, it's like Tupac in the tub with fucking no shirt on.
Oh, fuck off.
Look at that guy. In the plaid.
Hate these little pieces of shit. Get the fuck away from me.
Yeah, you look like this.
He was checking. He was doing. Yeah, he was doing the all Cool J blade face.
Wow.
They're clacking their heels together.
Oh, humanity.
Can I gotta find.
Okay,
the later
Cat,
version.
lay down.
I
I
have-
can't
now
see
I
the
have
screen.
I mean, you've seen the white girls doing
Lay the fuck
dances and
down.
shit like
Lay
that.
down.
Yeah,
Lay down.
White
Lay
fraternity,
down.
People are interesting.
Please.
White frat
Lay
dances,
down.
or
Lay
ceremonies.
down.
Boys,
Okay.
Frat dance.
He jumped away again.
That's
He's
down.
an idiot.
Oh, no.
He doesn't know what the fuck he wants.
These are white members of black fraternities.
This is
White
White
boys.
white Kappa Alpha Phi Psi member does his shimmy to Fetty Wap Crap Week.
This is some
This is not.
queen of
This
queen
is
of
not
Fetty Wap is
Hungarian
such a
white
fucking
culture,
weird
Chris.
name. I really think it just sounds terrible to
It's still
say.
black.
I think it's because we've gotten the algo.
No, it's
White
black.
souls. Right there,
Nah,
right there.
it's
No.
just that this is a black
It's like
name.
an all white or
We should start an all-white fraternity.
We'll call it with Kappa Delta and Alpha
this is
Phi.
called
That's the
Kappa
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 Delta.
Kappa.
These are
Return to
organics.
medical.
Whoa.
Okay.
I don't know if they're. I think they're gone. I think they got rid of them.
So all the black dudes who watch this show, I mean,
Spooky.
Yeah.
all that let's watch these. Please,
Join.
talk about how honestly I want to hear some cringy stories about this stuff. Like, because the frat guy story is cringy shit of like guys like sticking hockey sticks up their ass. And,
Fucking
full of piss and stuff.
piece of shit.
We all know those stories. They've been out there.
Ah, fuck you, cunt. Nice.
The last one to finish off eats everyone's load in a loaf of bread.
We got Trip and Mike.
Yeah, this kid looked boring.
What's up? I'm Load Eater. This is Cum Guzzler.
This is the real McCoy.
Cardiff Electric.
This is cum wait.
Moment.
We fucked the hottest pussy and we sucked the
Cum craving tater.
I give AIDS to stupid bitches.
With 253 active brothers, we're one of the largest fraternities in the country. As we look over here, we see 13 straight Semite
Fraternities are so cringe.
top flight chapters in the country. Not only
Any of that weird college shit is just makes sends fuck sends shivers down my spine.
As our blacks beat the
Shivers of
Fetty.
cringe.
Why is the team all?
That's a nice frame right there.
They call themselves the Pikes.
They got good audio too.
Take a little gamer sups break.
We should do titles like this. Yeah. Like the guy talking.
Gamer sups is pretty good.
Please.
If I ever get sponsors, I hope I get sponsored by them.
Yo, that's hard.
formal rush, executive meeting, and most importantly, social gathering.
What's Trip doing other than looking stupid?
Mix the pina colada flavor with strawberry daiquiri.
Game face, the real McCoy.
Game changer.
This guy blew me.
I think my favorite is the dragon fruit And the
Sandusky used to be here before it went to...
the honeydew flavor is very good.
They do seem pretty good.
Look at all this spooky bullshit.
That's a solid guy. What's that about? Indian guy? What the fuck is that?
I worship heaven.
I worship heaven.
Uh-oh.
Speaking of Florida State football history, here we have Bobby Bowden, the most winningest coach in college football history, and the recent national championship head coach, Jimbo.
Uh-oh.
Jimbo.
Pretty sure this is where we get frozen for a little bit, right? And then the hunter comes after us.
Sharing the misery of fraternal embarrassment.
They don't get called out. Listen, I know we do a lot of calling out, but they don't get called out enough.
Right.
And I know the line gun is pretty soon.
I think it would just make it lighter and more funny and just better.
I had no idea blacks did fraternity stuff. And it's not. I'm not trying to be funny. Like I didn't know.
Me neither. When we were smoking, like the way the conversation was going, like, are you about that Illuminati? I was like, yeah, we're talking about the Illuminati. I was like, yeah, you believe in that? And I was like, because I have a friend who was petrified of it. He was like more than it seemed like a literal difference in black and white guy. And they were like, no, but the fraternal. Oh, they jumped right into this, and then the girl, they were both 40. They were both college grads, both sorority and fraternity, and they were both like, this is corny.
Like I have some shit to sell.
I'm over it. But like, there's people going back and like having dudes show up to your house with coffee and shit, like hazing at 35.
Oh.
Yeah.
And they never leave it.
Yeah. Why would you leave it? It's so awesome, though.
What do it do,
You're
though?
an elder.
I mean, I'll buy it. It's not like I have really anything else I can buy.
What's that song? I Love College by
Tom Waits.
Might as well just sell the flamethrower.
The ugliest guy in the world.
The ugliest
Wait,
person ever lived.
hold up.
Let's end
No,
on a high
that's
point. What do
buying.
we got that's fun to watch here, Chris?
Oh yeah.
Sell. Contact energy.
Oh, this looks
I'll
cool.
keep it. Fuck it.
They got the jabber
I'm making
rockets
enough
on
money
here.
as it is.
So like, that guy's.
I will sell some of these. I'm not using them much. I have like 20 in my storage from that final boss fight.
What the fuck, Alice in Wonderland shit?
Look at all that money. Very nice, very nice.
Those were Bozo the Clown shoes.
Alrighty.
Where'd they even get those boots?
Do a little save state arena, just in case.
From Bozo's warehouse.
Well, I know what I'm going to be following this year.
Dude, this shit's scary.
Yeah. Big Daddy fixing them up.
He's calling them
Only
boy.
100 credits for that.
Fixing them
Lame.
all up.
What up, too?
Fuck off. Die. Stinker.
Property of tatted and apparel.
Alright.
Got to bring Joel Santana back.
Catalyst
Yo.
She with the
wipes.
nukes.
Oh, scary.
They're giving him shit to drink.
It's just Ciroc.
Wow, Doctor, you're such an edgelord.
Attention. Yo, these are like a military formation.
Yeah, that's why you're protected for the rest of your life.
Okay, so the line gun's like in here, right? Kinda remember that. Oh, this fucking guy. Oh, this fucking guy. You piece of shit. You know what? You're a bitch. Oh, I didn't mean to use that. You're a little bitch. I'm not afraid of you. Fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
I wonder what
You're dead. Can I not melee this fucking guy? Jesus Christ.
It's fucking fixing him.
Is there another one? I hate these fucking things.
Okay. So we gotta end on a high note. This was not. That is not
These guys, the enemies should not be allowed to throw projectiles in this series.
I kind of have the colors on right now.
Feels
I
like a
got this
cheat
from the rally.
code.
We found out how we're gonna dress and act for the rest of our
For
lives.
the rest of my life, you guys have to constantly be adjusting my hood layers, and I'm going to be adjusting your shiesty.
Like my gentle fingers on your face. Unbelievable.
I'm
Sips
ironing
of
on your
Gatorade.
club's
Fucking
patch.
New York system onions coming out of my fingers.
Let's see what
Those
we can
stink lines.
do.
Yeah.
That shit's scary.
Yeah.
They're just playing.
They're having fun.
They just playing.
Should we play
What do
Tales
this
of
do,
Quist?
though? Huh.
What's that?
I don't think we should spoil
No.
it. I don't think we should spoil it.
Something that's too good.
It's probably too
Wait, no,
dark.
what's this right here?
We're
Hold
gonna
on.
save all
It's
our
called The
nodes
Movie.
for
Blue Iota
the
Fall
con
Neophyte.
or
It's a
the
movie.
line gun.
Hour and 15 minutes long.
Second from the bottom.
Second from the bottom. Close call, all K. You want to go to the...
What, it's gonna be raining in here?
Wow. I'm really thankful, honest to God, for putting me onto this, Cover. This is funny. This is like...
I hear a creature.
666.
Yep,
bro.
there he is.
The Illuminati.
Come here.
Fucking bully. Call me a bully.
What's in a half an hour?
They're getting ready for a party or something. Oh, they're getting ready to play fucking Team Fortress 2 or something. Oh, it's the same exact.
I do not care for Team Fortress
This
2.
is a sign from Die Hard 3.
Who is it?
Hell yeah.
Chad Zumach, I always thought kind of reminded me of Scout. How he's missing his upper lip. He just kind of looks like Scout from Team Fortress 2 to me.
Sign holding.
Dude,
Look at
this is crazy. The origin is just that it's badass.
Yeah.
Alright, it wants us to go there, so we're gonna go here.
I can't. I've never seen anything like that. I want to say, but I'm gonna say it.
I gotta go join the frat.
I know what to do this afternoon. Hi, guys. I'm Nick. This is Sam and Charles. We want to join the fraternity, the Kappa fraternity. Check this out. Hi, Alpha, Kappa.
That shit's so cringe.
We're all good at it right away.
Yo.
I'm adjusting. As soon as I walk in, I start adjusting his hoodie. I pull it down. I make sure the strings are nice and
Making sure
straight.
his lips aren't obstructed.
I'm running my fingers underneath the shiesty to make sure the lip is showing. What do you think they were drinking?
Zero G therapy. Interesting.
Blue Gatorade.
Watered
What else would it be?
Yeah, electrolyte packs.
Hennessy. Blue Gatorade.
For the last time, get a trauma team in here.
No.
Yes, I called 3 times. My patient is crashing. Get off your smoke break and help me.
I'm on smoke go. So leave me alone. I'm on smoke go. Oh, he's crying. Fuck you, 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 cunt. Look at all this contact energy I'm getting. Very epic. The fuck is a pang? Alright. Mimi want line gun. Mimi want line gun now. Kind of wish it would just save automatically. It's kind of annoying having to stop and manually do this. Okay, now that the video's over. What should I watch now, chat? As if there's not more than one person possibly watching. Let's see. I feel like watching... Hold up. Let's check this out.
It can feel overwhelming keeping your family safe online.
Shut up.
Google Family Link helps you create online
Shut up.
boundaries for each of your kids.
Hello everyone and welcome.
Oh, is it going?
Back to Deep Dive, or should I say
Very
welcome to the
cool.
return of Deep Dive. We've had a little hiatus away from
Set
it.
that to
And so for our
360p.
return, we decided to watch perhaps,
There we go.
well, aside from Megalopolis, the most polemic release of the year, which is Joker Folie à Deux, which is the sequel to Joker and the prequel to Joker Ménage à Trois. I will think of a good one for the
Haha.
film soon, by the end. Now,
It's not a horrible
from our
movie, genuinely.
perspective, there was a lot of
I kind of want to go see it
drama
again.
around this film. We were aware that this film garnered a reputation which was even more polemic than the first, which was already quite controversial in and of itself. But the one thing that people tend to agree on with this film was that it simply was not good. People have not liked it. Even
I did.
watching the pre-release
Y'all just
material,
don't get
the
it.
videos and whatnot, both Louisa and I looked at it, we thought, this isn't going to be our cup of tea. But we decided to go see it because we do enjoy the first film.
Does have some flaws, though. I will give it that.
Surprise,
Look at this motherfucker.
we both
I know what you're gonna
quite
do.
thoroughly enjoyed the film.
You piece of shit.
Throughout the beginning of the film, like the first 10 minutes,
Let me get all this loot before I
really interesting.
simp
And then I
for
was
this
looking and
mom
thinking and
wife real
seeing,
quick.
Is it really interesting or is it just me?
Hello,
thought the
miss.
film was actually very interesting. And I thought that the hate that it's getting, it's quite uncalled for. It's a very weird hate for such a
Make us
playful
home
film,
again.
playful take.
Well, let's start with that. So,
No.
the film is a genre film, which the first one really isn't, and the second one is, it has to be defined in part as a musical. The only thing that I can think that a large part of the hate, I think there's two things that comes with hate. We can talk about the first one, is this musical aspect, and I think it's just simply down to the fact that the notion of musical people aren't that into. I think it takes them out of
We
the
have
film and
two,
it
count 'em, two watchers.
La La Land when it
I don't know if
came
one
out.
of
I
those
really
was
like
me
La La
checking
Land.
it,
That's
but
an interesting one because La La Land
it's
was
cool
the main
nonetheless.
musical
Thank you for being here.
memory.
Chilling.
And we both didn't
Yes,
quite
yes, it is.
really
But,
like it.
but there is.
Why
this
can't I
idea
move
that La La
around?
Land is about music. It puts forth that it's playing as a musical. Whereas most things, I said to you, like when Sweeney Todd came out, there was this idea that people were really excited to see it because it was about a murderer.
Sweeney Todd
Johnny
was a
Depp,
bit
Tim
cringe.
Burton, but
And it's also
when-
based on a classic.
I enjoyed it
musical.
though.
but most people don't know that.
Yeah.
And when it came out, that it was
Oh,
a
the
musical,
cat's come
people didn't
back.
like it. They didn't
You
like
want to
it.
actually lay down
There is
now,
something
or are you
about
gonna be a
the genre
dick?
of musical that people turn off with that they
Hold
don't like,
on,
and-
let me
and
make
it's the
space
same
for
with
you,
this
you
idea of-
fucker.
Because it removes things from the realist aspect of the work.
Go.
in which people
Let's
are
go.
drawn
You
to.
gonna go?
I think that it's
Come
a
on.
very difficult thing to
What do you
create
want?
a live action
What do you want,
genuine
buddy?
interpretation of Joker and Harley Quinn. I think that the animation did it very well, but everything else I've
Did
seen
it just
after that,
like
it's
not
it's very
play
difficult
the
to do.
cutscene where I get
This
hit
did
by
it
the
Well,
stasis?
we both were saying in the beginning. And
Cat,
even
what are
said
you
it
doing?
On the acid episode, that we don't.
All right,
not
just go
people
away,
that
okay?
like
You're
that
being
don't
weird.
Particularly like her acting, even when we saw her in other
Go.
stuff. But in this film, I actually really like her interpretation of.
What the fuck
Harley
is
Quinn.
going
I
on?
really, really enjoy how she did Harley Quinn, because it's not the classic idea of Harley Quinn as this girly, overly maniac character, but almost like she's the one that enhances the fantasy for him.
I can't
right?
do anything.
She's the person that brings him into.
It's a glitch.
she's
This
the-
game has so many
sees him
fucking
as an
bugs.
archetype figure,
I swear.
And she just brings him even further to that.
Very
reality,
annoying.
And I think it makes sense that they speak to each other.
I mean,
through
otherwise it's a
music,
great game, but
because they
I've
are
had
living
a
in
lot of
realm,
fucking bugs with this
complete
game.
Fantasy, complete detachment from self. I actually really like the musical aspect of the film.
Don't even want to know what it was like when this first came out. It was probably a bug-filled mess.
Why this film seems to have the reputation that it
Alright.
does. In order to talk about this film, the reason that we want to do a deep dive is because we also have to talk about everything. We can't talk about
Now
the
we have to sit
reputation
through all
of
that
it
bullshit
without the things that
again.
we like, without,
Here we go. Now it
we
actually
gotta
played
talk
the
about
thing.
everything regarding the film. So the second thing that seems to be
Very fucking
what has
cool.
garnered an almost hateful reaction towards Folie à Deux is this implied perception of the filmmaker. of
Yes, Annie.
Apocalypse. So when the original Joker came out, there was this
I do, yes.
that
I am playing on an SSD right now.
Was, you know, holding the baton for incels and the alt-right. Now, I'm not sure about everyone else. I can understand why extreme.
It is a 2 terabyte blue Western Digital SSD.
I
forget the exact specs, but it's a good one.
A man who is losing his grip on reality. But also, the climax of the first Joker film is that he goes on national television and shoots the TV host played by Robert De Niro.
Oh my God, Kat, stop it.
This isn't a fortuitous decision either. Robert De Niro plays Rupert Pupkin in King of Comedy, and there's a very big comparison between the two. It's a very Paul Schrader-esque character study of someone. The archetype of Gotham City, a city that is rotten from within, where there's no morals, where there's no justice.
Who gives a shit? Who gives a fuck?
No
one cares.
And this is the future world.
Nobody
which characters like
cares.
Rupert Pupkin actually managed to become incredibly successful.
Oh my
That's the
God,
kind of
Kat.
world that we set it
Dude.
up in. So
Fuck
when,
off.
The Joker, Joaquin Phoenix in the first film, shoots Murray in the head.
Oh my God, he's laying on my mouse. Get off, dude. What are you doing?
Justified that he does that. Everyone that
It's like he turns into a retard whenever I want a game now.
The film is trying to take you on to a point where there is a justification for this. However, the reality of the first film is
Sucks, because like when I'm on stream, I seem like an asshole towards him, but I genuinely like have the greatest time of my life with this cat. But whenever I game, he's a fucking dick. This fucking guy is just a cringe baby right here. Nobody likes you.
outbursts of violence, which are still justified. Both things are true in the same time. So we're carrying on from that film. This idea
The fuck do I do? Oh, that's right. I'm waiting for to talk to what's her face, and it's like, open the fucking door right fucking now.
The leader of the movement is an insane man, but the idea that it's celebrating or glamorizing that by the end of the first film,
Just fucking do it. Just fucking open my fucking chemical lab.
parade of people cheering for him. No one really knows him. He hates the smile on his face.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, he at that point he's transforming. To
Alright,
Michael, he's
where's this
transforming to
fucking
Michael.
line
He's
gun
not
at?
Arthur Fleck anymore. He's not a person anymore.
Yeah.
He's not himself. you
Well, I
know, and
want the
think it's very
fucking
telling that the
loin gun.
second
I know it's
film
around
starts
here
from
somewhere.
An animation. It starts from the complete realm of
I
fantasy.
cannot miss it. Oh God, not these fuckers again. I almost said a really bad word. I almost said the other F word, if you know what I'm saying.
Sense of like, okay, this is a world in which this person has ceased to be himself.
Espresso
and
martinis.
ceased to integrate his shadow at all, and just become complete anarchy, complete chaos. You start the film with that logic. You start the film already with.
Do you know where the line gun
I
is?
understand that people took this as a character. I mean, the laugh took it
Just
as
stare
a
blankly at the
character,
screen like Dora the Explorer until someone in chat says,
there
"There it is."
like that and all that. Both
It's
people
back
check
here,
this
isn't it?
character in both dimensions. And I think this film is basically saying,
Thank you,
no,
Annie.
this is an archetype study, this is a character study. I don't even think that he's breaking up with the ideas that he brought in the first film, which is something that people said. I don't think that he's breaking up with those ideas. I think he's just saying, but beyond that, here is what I think all.
It's just such a fun word to say. I mean, words with two G's. There's like a science to it. There's something about them that just sounds nice to say. Fuck off. Fuck off, cunt. Fuck off. Fuck off. Bruh. Bruh. Fuck off. Bruh. Yo, why won't this little guy die?
We all have, I mean, we all have a shadowy side. You do want to kill those that you think are responsible.
Yeah, trigger, exactly. Like, it sounds good to say.
But then we see the flip side of that with the second film.
Oh, do I have to, like, hold up? Okay, there's a battery thing here. The line gun's gotta be in one of these, right? Fuck off. Hate this thing. Where was the battery? I saw it earlier. it is. Oh, the hunter will be gone? Okay, cool. No power. Uh-oh, I can't leave just yet. That's fine. This guy's not... I don't think I died to the hunter at all during my first playthrough. Like, he's genuinely not that bad of a threat. Alright, let's see here. Okay, what does that one do? Oh, okay. Okay, I know where I am. Cat, fuck off, dude. Really, like... Oh, right, okay, so I have to... God damn it. God fucking damn it, dude. I hate this shit.
In that, the perception of the film, and we have to talk about it because it's very difficult to analyze the film without seeing the misinterpretations.
Right here, this has to be the line gun, right? Yup. Yup. There we go.
But the second one does something which I think is quite brave, which is it doesn't destroy the original intentions of the first one of a justifiably violent person that is also a product of their environment. It does the opposite, which is that this person doesn't want to be that. They want to rescind that. They don't want to justify their violence. We came out of this film and said, ultimately, both of these films are not mutually exclusive.
Look at this
with one another.
goofy
Both
fucking
can be
gun.
true, but do we
Laser
want that from a
trap,
sequel?
primary
The
fire.
character study,
Okay.
If the character development of someone which is so incredibly violent, I think it's incredibly brave and
We
incredibly
need to get to a
subversive
shop, buy some fucking ammo.
The character would seek for humanism, and the finale of the film is that he is still chased around by these manic people that don't want to listen to him.
Ugh, I hate these things.
They've already imprinted who he is.
Shut up.
And he is again running away from people dressed like him, running away from people, trying to recapture something, just a humanist aspect. And ironically, it's that idea of striving for humanity, which is his downfall. As soon
Is
as
you
he
dead?
Rejects
Yeah, you's dead.
As soon as he returns to Arthur Fleck, he's essentially martyred, and he dies at the end of the film.
What's down here?
It's incredibly unique.
It's very sentimental, very powerful, and there's a level of redemption through the violence that it redeems the character, right? And as you said, like, he does become a martyr, but for also in becoming a martyr, he becomes another symbol again. He can never actually just be Arthur Fleck, you know. Even in that point in time, he's still a symbol again, and I like that. I like because
I don't like
Joker
this frame.
is one of the few characters that we see so many times, like
I
different
heard a
authors
creature.
so drawn to, and they create completely
in
different
here?
versions of it. I mean, there's still a lore around the Joker, and I think if anything, this one really broke with a lot of the core aspects of the lore.
Oh god,
Then
we
you
got this
still
new
have
induction
idea of
burner at
Harley
work
Quinn
today.
as she
And
doesn't
it
only
does like this
represent
metallic
the person that is
whine.
bringing him to the archetype,
And
to the
we could
fantasy
hear
world,
it from
but
like
she's
50
also,
feet away. And it sounded like it was
first time
coming
he
from
has
our heads. It
basically
was
like
like a
a
sonic fucking
he-
attack.
Even in the film, he loses his virginity. He has a
That's what the sound in
relationship,
here is reminding
and
me of.
he has a relationship with someone that sees him completely, almost like through a mirror. Like, you know, even in the film, I mean,
Hold
obviously
up, where
we
am I
have
going?
the-
Oh, okay.
He's inside Arkham, so a lot of their interactions is indeed through a level of separation.
Ugh, I have a headache
There's
from
the gates. There is the mirror.
cigarettes.
When they talk to the phone, there's like the artifice of like the space.
I've
that
been
he's
buying
in as well. But
cigarettes
I
because
mean,
I
more
haven't been able to get to the
metaphorically,
vape
in the sense
store.
that
Oh, look at
he
this!
sees him
It's my fourth
almost
marker
like a
fragment so
reflection
far.
of her desires, of what she wishes she could
Very
do,
cool.
like something that is going to bring her along the ride
There's like 12 of those, I think, right?
exploding, and we see that she lies about who she is. She says to him that she came from the same neighborhood, the poor neighborhood, but in reality she's not. She's a rich kid. Well, she put herself in that in Arkham to be able to meet him. She had an agenda, I suppose, going on into meeting him.
She
shut
is
up.
the same as any other rabid fan that's on the outside that sees the Joker as an icon for them.
You have to stop
What's
the
interesting is
Weezers.
because often, you know, on Acid in our show on here.
Shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. Didn't ask, didn't ask.
And quite recently,
Oh, look at that. Blood and shit actually comes out. Like, stains the walls. That's so cool.
because we
Save us! That's horrible voice acting.
have a lot of biographies and
You
things
get
like that.
acid attacked.
What is more interesting was the perception of
You can, like, have the broken glass land on them. That's cool.
about these people.
Ooh, what's in this? Stinky, dude.
About the actual real person, and it demythologizes them.
Yeah!
These are the things that are so grandiose about them.
Every game needs to have this.
The reality of what a person is.
I hate these things. These things are the fucking worst.
Context. And it's the same with Joker in the
Can I leave this room, please? Be really cool. Can I break this? Wait, what the fuck? It's like a little head. I don't like that.
Okay, if you want to follow this person, if you do want to justify the violence that this person commits,
It hurts.
is look at this person as brazenly as possible. And
It wants us to go that way, so we're gonna go this way.
he is, as you say, you know, when we see him lose his virginity, it's almost very childlike. He doesn't come across as any kind of man whatsoever.
Wait,
he's very
hold up.
nervous and all the
Oh,
way
it wants
through,
us to go this
he's
way
not
now?
this
Okay, cool.
person. In the first and second film, he's a very pitiable character. You do feel sorry for him. He has no power of his own, and it's just kind of thrust upon him by the powers that be, by being in the right place at the right time or the wrong place at the wrong time.
Fucking stinky in here, dude.
A lot of the film is about this idea of, can you justify the actions that Joker takes? Ultimately,
Yes.
throughout the film, throughout the court hearings,
Joker
there
did
is
nothing
always going
wrong.
to be that part of you that you do want him to rise up. You do want
I
him
watch
to
Joker
destroy
3 times a
I
day.
think that the film is just two sides of the same coin from the first to the second one. I think that if he were
Yeah,
to
that's
do
that's
that,
literally it. Like,
the film would probably not be necessary, and I think all that it does in having Arthur attempt to undo himself is to just build upon the themes of the first without disregarding them.
oh, fuck off.
And the reason that we mention this is because
I'm so sick of you.
Phillips, he tried to do is that he went against
Oopsie.
perception, audience of the person. Like,
Fuck off, fuck off, fuck off.
and I think this is an incredibly immature way of looking at it. I think that the only way that you can think that is that if you were also on one side or the other, it doesn't matter what side you were on. If you were a rabid spectator, and
Oh, I hear some stinky noises. I don't like that.
on the films, what you believe.
Yo, can I get some, like, oxygen or
Because to
something?
watch this film
That'd be cool.
and your immediate perception
Thank you.
oh,
Ooh, that's
goes
hot.
against the right,
You're coming with me, baby.
communism, which we've seen things about. I mean,
Oh yeah, Annie, did you, I don't know if you're still here, but did you find the exercise ball?
artistry whatsoever.
You can like shoot it with kinesis and it'll bounce around the fucking room.
Is a more
So satisfying.
film, and that element has been completely disregarded by people.
Yeah, and
I wonder if you could attach line beams to that and like
we tried to not look
throw it
much
around.
in what people were saying before going to the film. We saw the trailer, and I saw one comment, and it was literally someone saying like, you know,
Alright,
Todd Phillips
buy
wants
some
to remind everyone that
freaking
there's
ammo
communist.
here.
There's nothing communist about this film. And,
New
as
item
a
available for
character study
purchase.
trial film,
Epic,
musical,
epic.
You have so many genres in
You best
play, you know?
believe we're getting that.
And if anything, like in terms of a character study, so strong. Even if you were to look at Harley Quinn also as this
Got us Ruby
representation of animal
Semiconductor,
animals
very
and young,
cool.
This idea that she brings this both sides of masculinity and femininity. His understanding of what a woman is and what he himself can be as a man as well.
Nice, it clipped out of the map.
Of his
Sick.
shadow, like at that point when he gets
I'm lucky I haven't had too many things clip.
he basically confesses
I know there were a
that's
few
a
times in your
confessional,
playthrough where some stuff clipped through the wall
which is again
with
like
kinesis.
everyone's laughing, everyone thinks that he's
Oh, I
gonna
forgot to
throw
buy
you off, you know?
ammo.
And even you
Shit.
as an audience, there's a point that you think that he's gonna say,
Just just gonna buy a shitload
And you do, yeah. And it's the
of
same thing.
plasma
I
energy
really,
because that's
really,
all
really
we
liked
want.
The first film I remember watching when I was in Brazil and coming back to England and saying we need to watch this film together because I remember being moved by that scene when she shots Murray. That scene really moved me. I cried, you know. It was like, and then again, I cried again in this film because I think all of us, as you were saying, like, you know, we have these mythical creatures, historical images of people, but more than that, we have those characters that we look up to. Like, we both grew up.
The thing I find funny about Joker is like
really
he's not justified in killing Murray Franklin. Because if you think about it, Murray Franklin was just doing what, like, Carl on WATP does. He's just roasting people. Like, if you can't... Like, him killing Murray Franklin is the equivalent of Stuttering John killing Carl for joking at how bad he is at being a stand-up.
He's loud, you know, he is that. And there is...
Okay, what spawns here? I know there's some bullshit.
Story, which is right in the beginning, right before he's forming his character.
I think it's babies, perhaps?
In this film. I mean, to not kill the character, he's not killing the character. He is.
Oh, fuck off with the whispering. No one gives a shit. Nobody cares.
I don't see him as killing the Joker, as almost like he's missing the character he created and the version of the character he created. I see him as immortalizing the character, like almost like taking.
I'm gonna fly for you.
All the symbology that has been shown.
Wait, where the fuck am I
in that
going?
Moment, he becomes just
here.
Not only Joker, but he's split,
shit.
You know, into the character he was and the person he was, and something else.
Is this it?
And I really like that. I find it very strong.
Yes. No.
And one of the things that I remember
what?
saying to you, right when we
the fuck am I going?
Like, this film just makes me think of Gigi Allen. And it makes me think of Gigi Allen also because Todd Phillips directed the film, the documentary about Gigi Allen. And
what the fuck?
At the end of the Gigi Allen documentary, I mean, you can introduce a bit who Gigi Allen is, but let me just say this.
What?
That scene in the end of the Gigi Allen documentary where everyone...
I was going the wrong way? What?
This is a man that is destroying his life.
The fuck?
But he's also the epitome of punk. The epitome
Pre-packed
of,
for Detroit. Very wise. Very wise. I forgot that that's pretty soon.
Ultimately, what he's doing will never have longevity, you know?
You're gonna have to tell me about how that goes.
Like living through him, vicariously through him, through his transgressions, walking around the street.
No, really,
following
how
him,
the fuck
you know?
did I... Why did I go that way?
He becomes a symbol for all these people. He becomes a
I'm very confused right now.
to be Gigi Allen. And we know the end of Gigi Allen. He's not exactly the best ending for himself, you know? And then when you think of the Joker, you think of something like that. You think of like this... I mean, of course, I think of someone like Elliot Rodgers even. When people imprinted him so many... Elliot Rodgers now, as the king of incels, he becomes something so different than what he was. You know, if you read his diary...
I don't want to spoil anything, but are they doing any,
very confused kid.
Yeah. They doing any more kind of like straight kid stuff type of thing?
You know...
Most people...
Kind of like last time?
...have a level of extremity within them, are that. Yeah. Most people have that, but that's why people are also so drawn to them, is because we only see the aspects of them without the confusion. We see them as though they have utmost clarity. The Joker is he's the ultimate personification in all of his forms of the shadow, because he's absolute chaos. He can be anything he wants.
I know they sometimes leave their bits until like last minute. I know like that My Noga's thing at DabbleCon was done like real last minute. So who knows? Maybe they'll hit you up or hit some people up to do something cool.
There are moments in our life when...
Is that a marker fragment? Oh no, that's the liquid nitrogen, right?
But there's a reason that we don't, and there's a reason why in Batman.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Joker. So Lady Gaga, she played Harley Quinn in that, but she also released an album that kind of tied into the movie, had a bunch of songs from the movie, and it's pretty good. I enjoy it. I don't listen to her a lot, but she's got a good voice, and I'm not normally a pig when it comes to women, but I found her very fucking attractive in the movie.
They both have to exist. They're both complete extremes of one another. But
I hate crackheads, but there's something about cracky-looking women.
We don't have that counterbalance. We only have Joker. Batman, as far as we know, doesn't quite exist in this world, whether he will or whether he won't. And this idea of complete chaos, of complete freedom of a character, there is no counterbalance.
I literally don't listen to this fucking guy speak. Dr. Mercer, like, you're just a cunt. No one cares about what you have to say. You're a bitch. You're a little bitch. Alright, Hunter, come here. I know what to do. I'm not afraid of you. What is this thing?
It is very similar because what these people ultimately become, the fictionalized people.
Look at you fucking
people,
ugly motherfucker. You sub 6 male.
Use them however we want. I mean,
You're a beta male.
If people don't know about G.G. Allen, go look him up, because as you say, he is a personification of personification of abandonment of all rules whatsoever, of rules of peace, of law, of even
Piece of shit.
even even himself, he was just an object to himself. You know, he smashed his teeth in. He would not bathe. He was reckless in everything.
Yeah, fuck Mercer. Mercer's bitch.
If people want,
walking around with his fucking hands behind his back, thinking he's all cool and shit. Like, nah, dude. You're cringe.
I don't even know how to compare.
Alright, come here.
Because he's walking through the streets of New York, completely naked.
Fuck you. So, are these, like, babies part of New Game Plus? Because I don't remember this texture in the my first playthrough. Alright, you motherfucker. Oh, god damn it.
That he would make Joker and he would give Joker this ending, considering he was the first that did that document.
Well, it's interesting with that is because if you watch that piece of footage also, what you see are people like
Come here.
G.G. Allen
Come on.
is being G.G. Allen. He's doing what he wants. I mean, he's the embodiment of Joker without a person underneath it, because that's what they want him to be. They want him to be something that they can live vicariously through, and it's the same with Joker. And it's, I'm just quite surprised that this element of critique, for me, this is just a continuation of the first one.
Don't know what. I'm guessing there's a few other enemies that change for New Game Plus. Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
And if any of your kids lose track of time and need a little nudge, YouTube reminds them when it's time to take a break, or when it's time for bed.
One thing I noticed on your Impossible run, which I thought was cool, is that the enemy amounts are pretty much the same as normal, but they just do more damage, I guess. Cat, your head is right in my mouse. Like, can you not, dude? Thanks.
Yeah, and
like, I have literally, like, less than an inch to move my mouse. It's fucking ridiculous. Here, hold up. There we go. Chapter 5 done.
I have this fascination of, like, the titillating aspects of the killing and all that, for sure. Most people have. But between the two of us, we're always really interested in their childhood. Like, you know, why? It's almost like we're trying to find a seed for what becomes.
Oh, is it? Oh, then shit. I should try Impossible then, because I don't think I've died at all. No, I think I did die due to some bullshit, but I don't think an enemy's actually killed me yet in this hard playthrough. That's good to know. I'll definitely give Impossible a shot at some point, because I decided I kind of want to go for all the achievements in this game. Like, I actually enjoy this game enough to do that. Oh, absolutely. I think I can. I would obviously do some cheesing in the form of, like, you know, that nuke thing, because it's so easy to fuck up that and die. But
like, you have all the elements of a gray,
apart from that, I'm not too worried about it.
In a sense, right? Of a more mass murder, even. Like, here's his childhood, here's his mother.
Fantastic. Yes, yes. It kind of sucks that Dead Space 2. I don't think it has Steam achievements. Like, it's not the biggest deal, but I hate when games on Steam don't have that, because they're, like, attached to some bullshit launcher.
And I like that.
A lot of the Ubisoft games do that too.
Because especially because I was so
And like, I shouldn't care about achievements, but I don't know, there's just something nice about them.
enjoy everything because I agree there's justification in that.
I mean, I have 169,000 gamer score on Xbox, so
It's that the two films can exist.
guess you could say achievements kind of matter to me.
Refuting the others.
Absolutely, and one of the things that I love about this film is that he also
Oh, hi.
still criticized polite society. Listen, Joker has a redemption arc and a half redemption because, and again, he becomes a martyr. He becomes a symbol.
I like
once
these
more.
people, they're not
In
just
doing that,
shitting
he
on
still
Joker
doesn't
too,
obey.
like
He
normies.
still doesn't bow to like the Harvey Dents, the polite society,
Alright, where are we going now?
lawyer
Is
that's
this
trying to say
engineering?
You're not that.
Yeah.
He doesn't do
Oh,
that.
no.
He says, no, I am that. I did those things.
Yeah.
He doesn't apologize to polite society. He just wants to become whole. He wants to become better. And I love that. I love that.
I think another game I'll play on stream at some point is Max Payne 3. That game's fucking
Destroy
good.
polite society, but at the same time, he doesn't want to be Joker because he's not that. He wants both things to exist. He wants society to.
Any of you tried Max Payne 3?
Just destroy it.
It's got really good
He wants it to be
gunplay.
destroyed so that it can mend itself.
Pretty
He
decent
wants it to
story
be
too.
better, but he understands that
It's like a
can't
third-person
without
game.
Being completely dismantled. The thing is,
Got
is that
really
he wants it
fucking
to be
good
dismantled.
physics.
He doesn't want it to be dismantled on these terms, where he is the leader, because he knows that it would be a complete sham. The thing is that Joker is an icon, and human beings
Nice.
are incredibly
Nice.
complex, but icons
Yeah, I was never able to do like the super hard modes on Xbox, but last year I played it on PC and managed to do most of the shit in single player.
You're looking at your own interpretation of something. You're looking at something that you want it to be a certain way, rather than the way
That game was developed not too far from where I live,
Moment of redemption, from
which I
the
find
thing that he
cool.
does, it doesn't really come isolated. Because a lot of the criticism was like, oh, but it came out of the blue. It didn't. Like, if you really look at that,
PC is so good.
before that happens,
Like, PC is
in
so
the day
fucking good.
before, his friend takes the stand, you know, and he says, "You were the only person that didn't make fun of me."
Yeah.
At
Oh
that
yeah, no
point, he's
problem.
like, completely, I am the
Glad he
Joker.
stopped
And when
by.
he is the Joker, he's a
I'm gonna
phony.
be on for
He acts
about
like a
another
phony.
hour,
He makes
I'd
that-
say.
He's acting like a phony.
Yeah.
It's so interesting. I love that.
Well, can I say something in
Yeah,
relation
of
to
course.
that? Because this is something that I really like about in the first film with Murray, is that ultimately what did Arthur Fleck, he wanted to be a comedian. He was really bad at it. And what I really like about Joaquin Phoenix's interpretation of the Joker, when he's literally got on the makeup and he's
Speaking of Joker,
as the Joker, is that he's inept
the
at it.
original
Yes,
Joker
when he's on
trailer,
when he's on stage with Murray,
I noticed
he's
like
trying to
there
be,
are
like, you know, cool and suave.
many scenes from Stuttering John's movie
You know, when he shoots him, he
and
kinda
other
hesitates
things
and
that
then
you
does,
could
like, kind of
easily like
commits to
make
a
this
dance and whatnot.
remake
In
the
this
Joker
film,
trailer
same
to
thing
be
when he's
Stuttering
trying to
John.
do the- when he's trying to do the lawyer bit,
And I really want to do that at
Joker
some
would
point,
do that completely inhabited chaos,
but I
was
know
completely
he would
against
like
all rules.
strike that shit.
The moment that he sees any kind of humanism come from his friend, he would be able to turn it off because he would be acting. But throughout all of this, Arthur Fleck as the Joker, you can see him, it comes on and off, and he's kind of influenced by people. He's a
I think every game should let you have Joker face paint. It'd be really funny.
Exactly,
and we're supposed to look at this, it's like, oh no, but he should be able to
What's
inhabit and
this?
shoot up everything. I mean, you can if you want, but just look at the reality of what that means.
Yeah, and look at how he is. When he decides that he's gonna defend himself, he's gonna be okay. I'm gonna go.
Oh
I'm
yeah, it
the
would totally
Joker
be
now.
worth it.
He's a phony.
I
He
mean,
acts
I
like
wouldn't
a
want to
phony.
lose
He
my
wants to hurt
channel
himself. He looks around like
because
kinda
I've had
like
this
he's
channel
gonna laugh at his jokes. It's horrible.
over
It's
14 years
embarrassing.
now,
He's-
but
and he knows
it'd
as
be
such.
funny.
And then you have this friend taking the stand.
Plus, you know,
and then
I'm starting to get
sharing that moment
subscribers.
because you're the only person that didn't make fun of
Got
him.
like
And then he
10
comes back, he gets beaten
subscribers
by
in
the
the
police
last 2
officers.
weeks.
And then he
That's like
sees
the best
the
I've
other
ever done.
person that follows him around a lot inside-
Lost a
inside
few
Arkham,
too.
The other boy, the other young boy that
Some
walks
people
around
just
him
can't handle
and
the
cares for him, I suppose.
the
And
rawness,
he
the
also
edginess,
suffered, and you could hear that
I suppose.
overnight. And you see that last imagery we see of him is that.
Ah.
That's just
I gotta say, like, I think it's funny that the water jets are like one of the actual scariest parts about this game. Like the showers, that shit that just happened, you know. Wait, are those pumpkins, dude?
one of the reasons that he also
Halloween
decides to
reference,
be-
perhaps?
and he decides to break
Very
into complete
cute.
joke and complete self-defense in the sense of like.
Yeah,
in
well,
trial,
yeah,
is
you're
when
probably
he is
right, but
questioning, her about
you never
his
know.
mom and his relationship.
You never know with
his
you.
mom and
Oh,
his
you
mom
know, that's
actually
another
fought
thing.
on him.
Fucking
And I find
YouTube
it very interesting.
pisses me off.
Really has a very deep
So I was looking up like horror movie scenes the other day on YouTube, and I found some that like just straight up show like a guy's nuts getting crushed in a vice. Okay? And I'm just thinking, so Cardiff Electric loses his channel for a few seconds of ass crack, but you can show guys getting their dicks cut off and their balls crushed in vices, and that's fine. You can show women getting their clit pierced in 360 video, that's fine. But a little bit of ass crack is enough to take your channel down? Fuck YouTube, man. I mean, it's a great platform and everything, but the rules are fucking insane.
I don't think there is intrinsically wrong with that. Just as much as I don't think that it's intrinsically wrong to look at those people and try to find some humanity within them. It just so happens that I think the film manages to balance both of them.
It's a triumph in that.
Did you just see that attention to detail, Annie?
The triumph of the first film is that
you saw that, right? The fucking locker opened and his head went backwards. That, I've never seen a game do that. That was fucking amazing. This is a next-gen game. Holy shit. I'm impressed.
Yeah, it's what happens after the catharsis, right? It's what happens after you reach that cathartic moment, you know? And in a sense, it is a tragedy.
It'd be funny if that was like a glitch and it wasn't actually a really cool feature.
And, okay, let's talk a little bit about the musical numbers. What do you think?
I was about to say, I think that it's, I actually really want to speak about that because, again, I do believe that
like, I don't play a lot of new games, but I gotta say, like, this is probably one of the first games I've played that actually feels like a next-gen game. Like, I'd have no problem paying a little bit extra than $60 for this, you know?
It is, I mean, aside from westerns in the action department, you have musicals, and
alright, let's see. 10 nodes, very nice.
In the sense of zhuzhing up the emotions, the swelling of emotions by beautifying everything on screen. But I think if you are going to use a musical for some form of narrative, I think romance is the perfect one to use it.
I will say, like, probably like 1/3 of the songs in Joker 2 kind of sucked, but I liked most of them.
In Arkham, and there's a commentary on this kind of boundary breaking.
Get a little bit more of this.
As soon as you, as soon as you move over here, it moves from theatre into musical. And
very
the thing
good,
is
very
this
good.
is what cinema used to be, and this idea,
I'd really like to find a workbench soon.
Genre to be a very restricting thing, but it's also if you stick to the rules of genre, it can. It's a bit of a dichotomy because it can also be a very freeing thing depending on the genre.
I like this format of having something on the background because it gives me something to talk about.
Between fantasy and reality.
Yeah, I suppose
it's
that there's no
cool.
rules.
Very
There's no rules to break either, right? Like, so you need that little bit of.
I mean, all these streams are basically just practice for my real show, which will come once I have all my sound settings properly set up, all the graphics I want. The real show is going to be a little while from now, though.
It makes total sense for that Joker that we have right here, that Joaquin Phoenix Joker, to be.
Oh no, am I getting Me Too'd?
To be a bit outdated, to be a bit
yeah, light
dated,
commentary
to
is
have
good.
This element of like, you know, like, because that's who he is. That's his fantasy.
I was about to say, I mean, the thing about the musical numbers.
It's especially good for something like this, which is New Game Plus. Because, like, I don't really want to be listening to these fuckers. I could just listen to whatever I want. Like, I do not care. I do not care what this chick's saying. Do not care.
The nuance in his performance in the first film when he encounters Murray.
Oh my god, let me in! I want to play the game. Let me in.
Yeah, he goes on national television. He kills him.
Bitch.
Ass. He goes on
Cunt.
national television and kind of makes a bit of a botched job.
Oh my god, hurry the fuck up.
I always saw the same as well.
Yeah, his speech, he kind of loses it. He starts to cry. He shoots him. He
Hurry
doesn't
the
quite
fuck
know what to do next. He grabs the camera and tries to leave a big thing. He leaves it too late and then it cuts off before. He botches it completely. And it's why I like the nuance of the character when it comes to this.
In the original Joker script, they made Arthur a fucking bumbling idiot when he came on stage. Like, the original script, Arthur was essentially just like a full-on like stereotype incel. And when he got onto the stage, he was like tripping over himself, bumbling, talking like a baby. I'm glad they made him a little bit more mature.
Who works the Harley Quinn is Lady Gaga because she has more confidence in herself.
She's a performer.
She's a performer.
Yeah.
And then
Alright, let's go get that fucking Weezer.
Bringing him to performance. She's bringing him to fantasy, right? Because the Folia, the aspect comes more from her than from him.
And we see that in the
Let me in.
musical aspect is that she wants to live in the fantasy forever. And when Arthur Fleck decides that he wants to be him, he wants to be human, he tries to seek her out because that was the only thing that was holding them together. And it's a very
look at that Lloyd,
quite
fucking beautiful, isn't it?
When he encounters her and she's still in her Harley Quinn makeup on the stairs, and he wants to speak to her,
man.
and she won't speak back to. She'll just sing, and we. And
oh
the
fuck!
Is that at that moment there's a decision
Shit.
made from Arthur, and it makes me wonder.
Alright, let's see what we can do to this freaking line gun.
The Joker sticks to the original plan, and he is this thing that is chaos embodiment, and people can celebrate, and he can break the system. Then ultimately, what the audience requires of him,
fan-fucking-tastic. Okay.
If they don't like this film, is that they want Arthur to continue to sing, to continue to live in the fantasy. And none of it's real. We've seen enough of the reality of it that if he does this, what is his reality that he's accepting? He ends up not accepting it, and in turn he
look at that full damage already. Based.
Which is his
Based.
fan base, his respect, his
Fuck
love,
yeah. Okay, let's see if we can cheese anything. Oh, an ad. Gross. They recently made ads on YouTube worse. I fucking hate it.
This is the Google Pixel Fold, and this is the soccer game you're watching.
It's especially bad on like game consoles.
And your friend.
I'm getting like 2-minute long ads on my Xbox constantly.
Great work, team. And other team.
Oh, I hate this song.
cool. In the same way that the first film justifies the use of
No, you sound like a bumbling idiot. You're not cool at all. Alright. Let's use this. This mop bucket will be our weapon.
This level of nuance, and I do think that this level of bravery for a film hasn't been touched upon by enough people.
Yeah, and I find it interesting as well because, okay, I understand that people don't like musicals. Sorry, I don't understand that. I love musicals.
You know what's a good fucking musical? South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. Those fucking guys know how to make musicals. I mean, shit. Book of Mormon, still popular to this day. Oh no!
And all they bring in is like the same old stuff all the time, and the same reboots of characters.
You know what? Fuck the mop bucket. We're taking this.
Even on the outskirts, like film commentary, like the mainstream film commentary, people talk about all the films are so bad now. There's no nuance. The characters are boring.
Oh my god! Fucking let me in.
And does make something.
I really like this room. This room's great.
Breaks down with a little bit of lore, changes things up a bit, and everyone just like, oh no, that's not what we want either. And that's why I don't think an artist should never listen to the audience in that regard.
I don't think he has.
Yeah.
I don't think he has with this. I think that the idea
Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you, motherfucker?
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, is this one of the New Game Plus dudes?
That's one part.
Because I noticed these guys are really fucking hard to take out.
Because he didn't listen, he just did what he wanted to do with the film.
Motherfucker.
And I think it's a triumph in what he wanted to create. I think if you look both movies back to back, they work really well as a tragedy, as a story of a character study, very nuanced, and I think what helps that a lot.
Alright, let's try this fucking thing out.
Great in this film, which is something to say because I don't like her.
Yeah, epic. I like that.
Film, he already has that. He already has music. He already has
fuck off, cunt. Fuck off, cunt. Fuck off, cunt. The black ones. Uh-oh.
Completely out, and he's not a dancer, but he has such a level of he's able to move his body exactly toward the character. Exactly those little
piece of shit.
That he's not very good at saying something.
And yeah, I noticed what you were talking about, Annie. How your eyes turn red when you kill things. Super fucking cool.
He's so good in it.
More games need to do shit like that.
The laughter that he created for the Joker, which is a bit of a weeping laughter, a bit of a you never know what that is.
Oh, I hate these fuckers. No, cunt.
Yeah, it really sounds like he's in pain, like he's being forced out of his body.
that after the fantasy we see him laughing all the time. So then I don't like that because it's like we see the idea in his mind, but then we see the reality of that laughter, which is very low, very low. You know, it's not that.
Got him.
Yeah. I mean, I know that we are in the minority on this. I know that clearly this is a film that is incredibly disliked, and it's quite rare actually. I think that a film has come along that is as universally disliked that we've actually come and tried to champion it a little bit. And I know right away that we are going to be in the vast minority on this, but I would really
Ask away, bro.
like to see if people don't
How's it
like
going?
the film, then they don't like the film. I'm okay with that, but I would like to see a refutation of the film that isn't about perception, or even I don't want to see a celebration of the film that is saying that, oh, you know, it's a middle finger to all the right wingers like the first. I don't want to see that. I want to see people talking about the film as a film, and in that sense, I think that, you know, maybe there can actually be a bit more of a nuanced discourse about the film. And I think perhaps we might get to see the reality.
Yes, Annie is a far better Dead Space player than I.
Film, whether in the general
So if I cannot answer the question, she probably will.
Whether it's good, I don't know.
So ask away,
and I think that we enjoyed
homie.
it more precisely because we're looking at it as a film.
Got him. Oh, video's over. Let's put on another one. Let's put on something freaking epic. Oh, I know. No, I can't put it on. The thing I want to put on would get me fucking banned. Let me see. Ooh, look at this. No, I can't put it on. The thing I want to put on would get me fucking banned. Hold up. Look at this fucking guy. This guy's pretty cool, I think. I feel like everyone should subscribe to this guy. This guy looks pretty fucking cool. Yeah, I didn't know about that either, man. I feel like everyone should subscribe to this guy. This guy looks pretty fucking cool. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know about that either, man. This game's so scary. So fucking stupid. Got him. Fuck off. Clump of cells. Piece of shit. Nice. I'm sorry, Annie. I was gonna stop in a minute. Let's see. Nice. Let's do a cool video. A very cool video. Oh, I know. No, I know, Annie. I'm just fucking around. But have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. I wish we could sell blood here in Minnesota.
I'm going to do another Alan tutorial. Alan tutorial's kind of a major player on the YouTube tutorial scene. So I'm going to do one of my favorite kinds of tutorials. It's going to probably be an arm tutorial. Arm tutorial is a simple kind of tutorial for people who have arms. And I'm going to probably make the tutorial happen now. So first thing you gotta do is you gotta get yes. You gotta get your arm ready. So I got my arm. First thing you gotta do, you gotta get arm. So I get arm. Second thing you gotta get that's my arm. And it does work for people who have rash on arm.
Something just hit the hull near food storage. We think it's an asteroid. I have people injured from concussion. We need medics and crowd control right away. What the hell is this?
Perfect. These are perfect for a tutorial. These tutorial pieces get everyone the part of the arm you need to leg. If tutorial doesn't have part of a hand in it, it's probably not a tutorial. It's more of a cheat code. You know how cheats are? You don't want to let people out. So thanks, guys. If you have a question about tutorial, you can put.
I don't know, homie. I haven't done that myself. I would just suggest checking on YouTube or Googling it. Got him.
If you like to do the tutorial, don't forget you gotta like and subscribe. It's a little red button at the top of YouTube that allows you to subscribe. Then you get updates.
Alright, cat, you're making it so I can't play at all. I need some space for my mouse. Thank you. Got a little store-reno here. Go in there, but I need to put on a new video. Let's see what we got. School shooters react to life sentences. That's epic. Might take me a second to find a good video here.
Contra in their back pocket. So Kurtzman's future as a cultural vandal is finally in question, and changes may just be in the air. But Doctor Who, holy shit, Doctor Who has been savaged by an entire legion of well-hung Cossacks who have not only physically attacked the Doctor,
Sorry,
they
bear
have
with me.
entirely rewritten his DNA, so now, not only is he not a Time Lord, but he's an alien the Time Lords murdered repeatedly as a child to steal his regeneration properties, and he's now a former woman transitioned to a gay man obsessed with fashion, crying, and running away from danger at the drop
That's so
of
cool.
a fabulous
Look at that
S.
light.
There's no doubt that after
More
years
games
of
need to look
shitballs
like
and
this. This
Jodie
game looks
Catfish
so damn
Whittaker,
good.
the Timeless Children episode that completely trashed 60 years of canon in 1 hour, and the return of Russell T. Davis with a gay Doctor of Color. This past season of Doctor Who is the lowest rated and least popular of all time. The fall from grace is spectacular, folks. What a train wreck, the likes of which Whovians have never seen. Watching Shooty Gatwa
Yeah, it's so good, man.
swirl and run away
So good.
from danger when he's not getting proposed to
Did you experience a lot of bugs in your playthrough? So I've had a few bugs. I had a pretty bad one earlier in this stream. But I feel like the first half of the game is pretty buggy at times, but then the second half there's like no bugs.
Doctor Who was an incredible failure. And the only reason we're getting a season 2 is because it was contracted for and, I suppose, paid for ahead of time. So season 2's existence is not a sign that Disney or the BBC has faith in this train wreck. It's just a sign of their arrogance in thinking, hey, this is the ultimate whoa, what could possibly go wrong? So now, the real question, the ultimate and telling question is, will there be a season 3 of this Doctor Who nonsense? And that's where things appear to go tragically wrong for Shooty Gatwa.
So today, you know there's that one part where Mercer, like, puts you in the, what is it called, the stasis? So I got there, I activated the thing, the transmission, and it didn't start the cutscene. And so I sat through 2 minutes of dialogue, and nothing activated. It's usually stuff like that, like there's a sequence break of some sort between cutscenes, or a tram door won't open, stuff like that. Also, I noticed that a lot of the time when cutscenes play, your frame rate will dip quite a bit in certain parts of the game. Now, I'm on PC, I don't know if you're on console, so it's probably different. But, yeah, that's what I've had to deal with a lot of the time.
Gatwa originally revealed, we did the second series this year. The Christmas special is coming up, and we are filming a third series next year. But when the show aired, this was edited to, we finished the second season earlier this year. We've got the Christmas episode coming out at Christmas, but it's been amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. The Graham Norton Show warns journalists that it is not unusual for certain quotes to fail to make the final cut, but the switch led some Whovians to question whether Gatwa's remarks had been censored by the BBC amid uncertainty about Doctor Who's future. The truth is rather more mundane. Deadline understands that the Graham Norton Show made the edit to liven up Gatwa's answer and was not obeying a sinister request from BBC bosses, unquote.
Well then, I guess his story isn't nothing burger, Doomcock. Yeah, they edited it to liven up Gatwa's answer. Although, it was hard to think what could be more lively than an announcement that Season 3 was a go. It doesn't really hold water, does it?
It damn well does not hold water, Harvey Cthulhu. And yet,
Hey,
as the article
goober.
reveals, it gets much worse. As then they proceed to basically under ye olde
that's kind of a normal thing. The console versions of a lot of games usually do not have as many bugs.
From Gatwa's remarks, restating
Especially from an EA game. EA, they're not going to put as much priority into the PC port.
next year on BBC One and Disney Plus. As we've said previously, the decision on Season 3 will be made after Season 2 transmits.
Oh, interesting.
And as always, we don't comment on speculation. A spokesperson said. Season 2 will likely
I'm curious,
launch next
how'd you
spring.
find this
There is
stream?
said to be some confusion
So I only just
about
started
what
streaming.
Gatwa made the comment,
I want to know how people are
particularly
finding me.
because Showrunner Russell T. Davis has echoed the BBC's position about future seasons.
Oh, that's good
The
that you
decision
didn't have
commission
to
season 3
quit
won't
out
be
or
made
something.
Until after season 2 has transmitted. And that's always been the deal since the start, Davis said.
Clearly, the reason why Shooty Gatwa made the comment is the same reason Kathleen Kennedy announces a new Rey movie when there is no Rey movie, a Ruin Johnson Star Wars trilogy when there is no Ruin Johnson trilogy. SJW's bullshit all the time about upcoming vaporware projects. It's the showbiz version of a participation trophy. The really salient point here is the BBC didn't need to distance themselves from his comments. They chose to, publicly. That sends a clear message. Shitty Gatwa's third season is in doubt. Period.
Indeed, O Skull of Calderon. If the third season of Dr. Knot is not commissioned, it's a black eye for the agenda, especially given the cancellation of The Acolyte. Seems these particular rainbows just ain't making the connection.
It's no surprise to me, dude. That shit was garbage. It was garbage on every level. It wasn't just all the gay stuff. I mean, that was just like the, frosting on top of this particular
Nice.
shit sandwich. No, this thing is terrible by any definition.
Yeah, sometimes the algorithm picks me up, sometimes it doesn't. Like yesterday, my stream only got like 4 views in total.
Especially when Disney Plus is involved.
Dude,
Disney
why is this one fucking me up?
ratings numbers to go up, not to go down. Oh, they're very, very familiar with ratings going down. They're very able to generate failed ratings on their
Kind of
own.
practicing to
That's not why
do
they made the
impossible
deal with
mode
the BBC
eventually.
for
I'm
failed
on hard
ratings.
right now.
They wanted these ratings
And
to
apparently
be good.
impossible mode
They
has
wanted
the
to
same
bring a new
difficulty
audience
as
into the
hard,
fold.
except if you die, you have to restart the entire thing.
Did not happen. And if Series 3 of Shooty Gatwa's Dr. Knot is going to take place, Disney is going to need to be behind it. And I
Okay,
don't
where is this
think
guy?
they currently are. From the center of the earth, this is Dictor Van Doomcock bidding you all, my friends, stay angry.
There you are, you silly Billy. Come here. Oh, fuck. Okay, never mind. Yeah, that was the first one I got too. I found like 4 so far. I think there's like 12 in total, right? Shit, where'd the arm go? Give me that. Creepy ass motherfucker. Fuck off. Fuck off. Oh, am I getting low on ammo here? Yeah, I am. Shit. Okay. That's fine. Let's put a new video on. Let's see. What do I feel like watching now? There's so much I want to watch that I know I can't.
Hello, everyone.
The Kia Niro EV is complete with all the range and features to make daily life easier. Find your all-year drive in the Kia Niro EV.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple areas in impossible difficulty where you're going to want to do that, mainly because it's like, it's not even like an enemy that you're fighting, it's like that part with the nuke. You can fuck that up so easily, and if that ends your run, that's just like, you don't want to do that again. Like, all of that shit just to fail again. So, I don't think that it's bad to restart at those parts.
No spoilers. This is
if
really
you do
a film
die.
that deserves a deeper dive, and there are a lot of things that I wanted to talk about that I feel I can't without getting into the nitty-gritty of the film. And so, if you haven't seen Joker yet, go watch the review and figure out if you want to. And if you have seen it or don't want to, please stick around. We're gonna get really deep into the weeds on this one. First and foremost, a big thing that I praised about the Joker is Joaquin Phoenix's performance.
Look at this guy in a Weezer shirt
Is the fact
reviewing
that it's
Joker.
not a malevolent and super genius supervillain. In certain stories, people actually believe that the Joker's superpower is being the smartest man in the world, and consequently, that he isn't able to adapt to society and appears to be mad. This goes back to an idea Foucault had where mental illness should be looked at as the inability to adapt to society's expectations or to conform, which is an interesting perspective that I don't particularly agree with, but it's the idea that what we call insane is really just people who aren't meeting our expectations. Consequently, and as a result of that, those people are marginalized. What I find really interesting, and again, as I said in the review, my background is in active shooter prevention and doing a lot of analysis about those kinds of incidents, you can typically notice a trend. And it's not a trend that's always true, but it's common more often than not. And that's an individual who is marginalized, who feels ostracized, who has a grievance, who for whatever reason is angry at someone or something and either fails to reach out or is unable to get access to some sort of resource to assist them in processing those feelings, either because of a stigma around looking for help or because
Okay, so Joker 2, it's kind of,
the pathway to violence, as it's called, occurs so
there's a lot of people shitting on it for different reasons or the same reasons. A lot of people don't like the ending. A lot of people think that it makes the first film pointless, but I enjoyed it, frankly. Like, you need to get the character of Arthur Fleck and understand that he's not the Joker. He's just a mentally ill dude who inspires the real Joker, essentially. Like, that's what he was always going for, Todd Phillips, the director. And I think a lot of people expected Arthur's character to actually fight Batman one day, but that was never going to happen. So there's a lot of stuff that happens in the movie that people don't agree with for that reason.
Is, of course, as he's continuously walking up these seemingly endless stairs for the first two acts of the film.
I mean, he essentially goes back to being Arthur instead of Joker by the end of it. And a lot of people are not happy with that.
Despite, as we find out later, massive psychological, what seems to be neurological trauma. I thought what this film did a really subtle job of doing is actually explore through sort of an everyman character, because again, it's not this supervillain Joker.
Also, I didn't mention, but it is a semi-musical, and a lot of people don't like that. I thought it was okay most of the time, because the character of Arthur is very, he likes theatrics. Like in the first movie, you can see him loving dancing and song and stuff, so I thought it kind of made sense for the character.
Somebody like myself, no matter how angry I am,
Hold on, Cat, you're making it so I can't play my game.
My job, or I
Thank
don't
you.
want to upset my girlfriend and never see her again, or whatever it is that really tethers me to society's conventions, right? This Joker character is not just beat up and made fun of and marginalized, but then loses his connection to his mother, loses his job, and has nothing left to lose. He's really just an everyman who easily should have been caught along that pathway to violence, who is a result of several failings in society's structures, the mental health care, et cetera, but also the result of the world around him. He's a product of that, and that is a lot more impactful than a guy who fell in acid and has damaged on his forehead. Now, I think a bad movie uses all of that to make us empathize with Joaquin Phoenix's character. I think what this movie did is just show it as it is.
Yeah, the movie is
tell the
musical.
story and
Kind of.
not
Like,
exposit
there, I would
the
say there's maybe like,
hey, he's evil.
like the
And what I
music
mean
is
by
basically
that
all in
is
his
very
head
similar to what I said with
a lot of the time.
The movie never exposits good or evil in a
But
black and white sense.
yeah, it's
The first murder in that
somewhat of a
movie is him
musical.
killing Uma Thurman, who is scripted to
There's
be
probably
this
like 2 or
obnoxious,
3 songs in there I
racist
think
person, and so
were
is the audience.
didn't really work,
Because
but I
something that's
enjoyed
kinda
most of them.
comical, you're not watching an evil murderer, you're just watching a murder committed by your protagonist.
Also, a lot of
By the end,
people
as things get
say
worse,
that like nothing really
you come to
happens in the
naturally
movie because it's
despise
mostly
that
set in a
character and see
prison
the
or the
horror of that
courtroom.
character. Joker's very
But
much the same.
I think it's good.
The murders on the subway are self-defense. There's really
How am
not
I
a lot
supposed
of
to get
question
at
about
this?
that. And as the film progresses, the actions get worse and worse and worse and more thought out. And as that character
What am I
seems to
missing?
be more coherent or to have more forethought in his actions, those actions are objectively bad or evil. But the film doesn't expressly tell you to look at it in that sense. Is that a failing of the movie? I don't really think so. And the reason for that is Joker, while he is the character study of the movie, is really a foil for society. You're watching a Gotham City that's in crisis. You're watching a city that's in peril, but again, that's Gotham. It always is. The difference is what the movie tries to illustrate, in my opinion, is that people are looking for that icon, that hero or
Ah, god
that
damn it,
thing
cat.
that
Okay, you gotta
embodies
move.
their rage.
You're really
Now, why
bothering
is
me.
that important? Well, because 9 times out of 10, they get the hero. They get Batman. But in a different time, in a different place, those exact same people who maybe aren't inherently evil would be just as in love
Got
with
him.
the Joker. And by the end of this film, that's what you get. And so while you could interpret that as people love the Joker, I should love the Joker, he's my protagonist, I think the real moral of the story is just how easily swayed people can be to horrible things given the right circumstances. I also mentioned in the review that I thought a lot of these societal commentaries relate to politics. I'm not going to get into on this show political views, but I think most people could reasonably agree, regardless of what side of the aisle you're on, that what we've seen in American politics over
Gravity.
the last few years is an anger at the establishment and a willingness to take in a leader, allegorical to icon, I guess, in this conversation, who, despite a lack of qualifications, is espousing the type of anger and
Okay, there we
vitriol
go.
that the everyman can relate to. What this film does, I think, is create a really interesting environment.
Motherfucker.
Where, much like we've seen in politics, someone
Motherfucker.
who in any other circumstance would be in jail or would be in a mental institution or would not have a chance to become the Joker is elevated to a city hero. And that's a very resonant idea in a world where a lot of the political chaos and controversy we have now, whether it's in America or it's in Brexit over in the UK, a lot of these things are the result of people voting with their emotions. People using their votes
Got 'em.
as people use the clown masks and go to the street and cause chaos. There's not really a plan. There's just anger.
Line gun's
And I
really
think
fucking good.
If that was the intention of this movie, I think it was a really well made allegory. It was very resonant. Finally, this is the big thing I really want to talk about. A sequence of conversations led to sort of a theory that I have.
Wait, what?
Joe had made a really interesting point that he felt Joaquin Phoenix's Joker kills the girl in the apartment on the same floor once he goes into her apartment and it's very clear all of a sudden they've never had a relationship and he goes back to his apartment. His idea was there's no way she wouldn't call the police, and that you hear sirens, but they pass by as if to illustrate they weren't called or they're not coming. I kind of disagree with that. I think there is a reality in which she wouldn't have called the police, but I also, more importantly, believe there's a reality in which if she had called the police in the slums of Gotham and said there was a weird guy from my floor who came into the apartment and then left on his own volition, I can't really see Gotham dropping everything to address that. But it got me thinking about something. When we talk about exposition, the one moment in this film that I thought was a little bit forced as a carrot for the audience is to illustrate that they don't have a relationship. In the very next scene where he's seeing the Fight Club flashbacks to her never really having been hanging out with him. And at first I thought it was kind of patronizing the audience, but it is an illustration that for many scenes in this movie, you only really see things from that unreliable narrator. Now, Patrick, you're saying, oh, of course, we all got that. That's really obvious. However, if that could be the case, you have to begin to question everything. Now, I know one thing for sure. He does shoot Robert De Niro. How do we know that? Well, it's on TV. There are consequences from it. We can see it outside of just his perspective, right? There's another thing that we basically know, and that's that 3 men were murdered on the subway by somebody who looked like a clown. But I question if that was even the Joker at all. This is where things are going to get crazy. We can agree that it would be a little strange that the woman on his floor doesn't call the police when he stumbles into her apartment at night. But wouldn't we also call it strange that the dwarf character doesn't call the police after he witnesses Joker murdering a friend?
Got another fragment, very cool.
Where he was terrified Joker would kill him as well? Now maybe you'd say he let him live, and therefore he felt compelled to not rat that character out. Maybe, but also, why is it that within the hours it takes Joker to go from that apartment to the talk show, why is it that the makeup is not covered in blood still? Does he paint over that? It's possible. Doesn't seem to make a lot of sense.
It makes complete sense. This guy's a fucking idiot. There's an entire makeup room at the TV studio.
Much like it would take a cold-blooded killer to murder their own mother in a hospital. But it is kind of weird that he murders his mother in a hospital by suffocating her, which is something that doctors can pretty plainly see when they find a body that has been so treated. And isn't it also strange that the heartbeat monitor stops as opposed to flatlining when she dies, and that no nurse ever comes in to check?
Well, I don't know. It was the fucking 80s. Maybe it was different.
Right? Okay, fair enough. Well, we at least know that he shot the people on the train, right? You know, he pulls out the gun, and then he shoots the first person, he shoots the second person, he shoots the third guy, the guy gets off the train, he shoots him again, and then unloads another 3 rounds. But he fires 8 or 9 rounds from a 6-shooter. That was not an 8-shooter, that was a 6-shooter. Is it possible that your protagonist, who at this point in the film is really trying to be a good person, hears about these 3 murders and fantasizes that he's the one who did them to save a girl? Is it possible that these are all of the things, the baggage, the tethers he needs to cut so that he can actually go on the talk show and realize himself as somebody other than poor, weak Arthur Fleck? Not convinced? Fair enough. One last question. Why is it that this cold-blooded killer who could murder his mother, that could stab to death with scissors a coworker, that could shoot 3 men, that maybe even murdered the woman on his floor and would have to have then killed her daughter as well, why is it that that cold-blooded killer's fantasy on that talk show is killing himself? That's not the fantasy of a cold-blooded killer. It seems to be the fantasy of someone who doesn't have
This is where a tentacle grabs us,
my
right?
theory is that perhaps all of these murders that you see from his perspective are just fantasies, things that enable him to get to a point where when he goes on that talk show, he's not.
I guess I was
Arthur Fleck
wrong.
anymore.
Oh, no,
Arthur Fleck
here we go.
has a mother. Arthur Fleck has enemies. Joker had nothing, and therefore nothing to lose. That's my weird theory about this. And the big thing is whether or not you agree with it. I think it's a great
Got him.
lack of exposition in the script that you could theorize about these things back and forth. That you can think maybe he murdered the woman on his floor. That you can question whether he killed his mother. It's such an unreliable narrator, and the film is so ambiguous. You could really go one way or the other, but that depth to the storytelling to me is absolutely
Stop
a credit
swearing.
to the patience and the film craft shown in this film. And the final thing I'll say to this point is how amazing I felt Joaquin Phoenix's laugh was implemented, or even weaponized. Something that I noticed is when he's laughing on the train before the three men get shot. He's afraid, and he's laughing. That's how he copes. He's sad in other scenes, and he's laughing. That's how he copes. But in the beginning, when his boss is about to take his paycheck away for stealing the sign, he's angry.
Move, cat, please. Oh my gosh.
So it's not just that he laughs
Give
when
me
he
some
experiences emotions.
space.
He laughs when he experiences specific emotions. So I don't think it's due to brain trauma, like his card suggests. I think it's a coping mechanism developed from childhood. It's a way to protect himself. And what's really interesting to me is when he walks on that talk show, it never happens again. He laughs, but it ain't the same thing. That is a character who is now devoid of fear. And the subtle implementation of that in this movie I thought absolutely fantastic. If you don't agree with me, that's perfectly fine in regards to my theory, but I'm excited to rewatch the movie and see if maybe I missed some things, or if maybe this theory has some merit to it. It's really fun watching a movie with an unreliable narrator, and this is absolutely no exception. So it's been a lot of fun talking about it, a lot of fun seeing it, and I guess I'm finally done doing it.
I love this movie so much, I almost don't want there to be a second one, because I love how it ends. Do you know where his story goes from here?
Well, I don't think we're gonna make a second one. I mean, that's just not in our.
And I mean that as a compliment.
No,
It's
I
not that
know.
I don't want to.
I agree with you. I mean, I feel the same way.
I don't really know what it was about the first Joker movie that got me really excited in its initial press run. For one, I'm not really that big of a fan of comic book stuff. I think I was just excited about the tone of it all. I think it was really that first camera test. You know the one. There was a believable design for wardrobe and makeup. The camera and the lighting was gritty and dirty, very different than the clean and polished look that a lot of the movies by these superhero studios were producing. And of course, the choice of music that I will not play here for copyright reasons. It was pretty exciting to see that.
Pussy.
And fresh for it. Even though there was a lot of lore and background to the character, I didn't really know or care about any of it when it came to this movie. And I had a feeling that the creators of the movie didn't care about it either.
Oh, fuck off. The A&W ads are so goddamn annoying.
With real chip. And I loved that. Then the announcement for the sequel came about, and I was pretty skeptical by it, as a lot of people were. It just kind of felt unnecessary. I mean, even the creators and the filmmakers behind the movie were skeptical and voiced concern about the ideas of a follow-up. And then during some time in the production, it was leaked that the new movie would be a musical, and fans were livid, foaming at the mouth. Oh, our sweet Joker boy is gonna be tarnished by musical. And look, even though I've never enjoyed musicals myself, I've never really been a huge fan of them, with some exceptions, I was actually kind of excited by the idea of the film being a musical. Arthur's already pre-existing musicality just felt like a perfect mix with a genre. And on top of that, you have a justification for it, right? You have this sort of prison inmate music program that Arthur attends. On top of that, throw in a love interest. I mean, it's just perfect. You know, when you're in love, everything's very musical and sing-songy and perfect. And it just felt like a really fascinating expression.
Where did this go?
Already kind of living in La La Land and already very musical, kind of internally falling in love. To me, that felt ripe for
Singing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, so fucking edgy.
Then I went to the movies and I saw it, and the plot felt like it was just meandering along. It didn't feel like it was really going anywhere most of the time, unfortunately. Some of the musicals really
Got him.
that promise of musical madness. But for the most part, it was just kind of fun. It was just kind of like, here's an idea, let's sing about it, and then let's go on to the next scene. It really didn't introduce any new information, it didn't drive the plot forward. For my limited research, it didn't seem that there were any musical theater writing experts who were offered as a lead writer or a partnered writer, a co-writer on the screenplay. I'm sure they consulted a lot of people probably, and probably very talented people they consulted. I when you don't have the experience and you're pulling something off for the first time and you have a huge budget like that, it's just wise to bring in a new writer with that perspective who could have said, hey, this is all musical exposition. You need to cut the scene and make it an entire musical moment. In strong musicals, in proper musicals, the songs are moments to advance a story, to introduce new ideas that are at play, or show a transition of character. Here, they were just kind of set pieces that interrupted the flow. Now, I did go to the
Give me
movies
that
to
node.
watch this movie, having already heard some of the buzz that it was really bad. Giving it a chance, maybe it was just some hardcore comic fans that were mad that Joker laughed like me-ha-ha instead of me-ha-ha. And then I sat in the theater, I reclined my couch, and yes, there were couches in the theater, and it started, and I kind of enjoyed it for the first 30 minutes, and then it just kind of dragged, and then it dragged more and more, and I started to realize, I see where people were coming from. I thought people were mad about it being musicals or comic book fans that were frustrated that there wasn't some multiverse crossover where there was cameos by Ryan Reynolds playing Batman or something. But as I watched the movie, it kind of stunk. The film opens up with this animated little short film as a way to kind of funnily introduce the idea of the Joker being this alternate shadow personality of Arthur that gets him into all sorts of trouble. I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought it was really interesting to open up like that, and I thought, oh hell yeah, this is so fun. From there we see a day in the life for Arthur in Arkham. From there the journey follows the build up toward the trial for those murders that he committed in the first movie. He gets a chance to join a music program in the prison where he gets to meet Harley, another crazy like him. She, being an extreme crazy serial killer
Fuck off.
fan, awesome premise, goes through extreme measures to win his approval and get close to him. She burns down the asylum during watching of a musical for a chance to also awesome. This after and Arthur is set to solitary confinement, and Harley is let go from prison because Arthur is a bad influence on her. We later find out that she actually admitted herself into the asylum for a chance to meet him and get closer to him. He confronts her about this lying, to which she admits it, and then they immediately make up and get back to their happy fantasy. Arthur's defense attorney tries to make the claim that he is sick and deserves actual psychiatric help, whereas the DA is looking for the death penalty and thinks that he is sane and was sane when he committed his crimes. That's back to the intro of the animation, then it kind of just alluded to that. Eventually, he fires his defense attorney and represents himself, embodying the Joker to appease Harley and the crowd and his supporters. Eventually, he gives in and chooses to face reality as himself rather than trying to fight it as the Joker. Disappointed, Harley decides to leave the courtroom, and then out of nowhere, a bomb goes off and explodes a wall in the courthouse. Arthur then escapes and goes to find Harley and says, hey, we can run away and live happily ever after. But Harley dismisses him, saying that it's just a fantasy, and she wants nothing to do with Arthur and the Joker. Even captured one a visitor, one of his inmates, killed him.
Motherfucker. God damn it.
Joker symbol and I guess role, and he then cuts his mouth and tries to smell weird and mysterious, implying that he kind of takes that mantle, this figurehead for the movements, himself. cultural movement that he's so troubled by has a movement, a momentum that continues beyond him and no longer needs him. He's lost complete control, and there's the tragedy in our saga. I'm gonna take these off because I feel like the reflection of my light is really distracting. Now here's why I don't think the movie works as good as it could. And it's mainly the script. I think the script is where it falls flat. Everything else is phenomenal. I mean, the lighting, the cinematography. Lawrence Sher is a godsend to this movie. He's a very talented individual. I think the main problem is the script, and more specifically, the expression of the film's central thematic idea. So this is what I thought the film's central theme was, or the thematic idea I wanted to explore. I have it written down here, so I'm going to read it for you. Is there a darker personality that takes control? Is Arthur going to take on the mask of Joker to continue facing his troubles, or will he take responsibility and abandon Joker and face reality as himself? But the way that the script approaches it, I think, is just too subtle. It's other characters,
Motherfucker.
whether or not he is sick and needs help, or sane and deserves to die. He's also pulled and manipulated into embracing the Joker personality by Harley, which I think is cool. But I think Harley's manipulation of Arthur should have been a much more significant source of the film's conflict. Arthur doesn't really act in a way where he's dealing with this problem. He's kind of just beat up throughout the whole movie, and other people are trying to figure out what to do with him. Harley's trying to figure out how to make him re-embrace the Joker. His old attorney's trying to make him to accept that he's sick and needs help. The DA's trying to make sure that he gets the death penalty. The rioters are trying to just free my boy because he did nothing wrong. Like, they're trying to do that. But Arthur's just kind of sad and then beat up all the time. And then when he finally puts on the Joker makeup, he makes a fool of himself in court, and then he gets a death penalty. I think there's two directions that the plot could have gone with the central idea of struggling between these two identities or these personas. One, he struggles with his personalities until he eventually chooses to live life as Joker in order to appease Harley and the mob. He would then live a life being someone that he knows he isn't, and forever be trapped in a mess that he made himself. Or he could choose the Arthur personality, like he actually did in the movie. He ends up suffering for that. Now, the current movie has it that he accepts, there's no Joker, I'm just me, I'm just Arthur, and then he gets killed by a guy in prison, and that's the movie. Okay, maybe that would have been an interesting ending if it didn't, one, come out of left field, and two, if there was a better movie that built up to that climax. Again, the whole movie he was just beaten up and tortured and bullied, and then he appeases Harley by putting on the makeup and embodying the Joker in court, but he doesn't really gain any real power from it. He has no control regained from putting on the mask. It's futile, it's useless. If he, acting as the Joker, regained control over his situation and was able to right the wrongs that were done to him, like kill those prison guards that tortured and beat him, escape by his own merit rather than just by pure chance, like in the movie, and then afterward choosing to drop the act. This could have justified that ending while giving us a cathartic experience of him using the Joker as a way to truly empower himself before surrendering the Joker, realizing that he loses control as a Joker rather than gains it. That's so much more fascinating. Look, I believe this movie.
Oh god damn it, cat, move!
They hired a musical theater writer as a co-writer, a partner, rather than just a consultant. And two, if the pressure of the first movie's success did not push them to rush it out, if they developed this film and wrote the script on spec, giving themselves more time to work on it and go through iteration and iteration and iteration after iteration, that would have definitely helped the movie actually find itself. I think that the movie was still trying to figure out what it was, and
edgy.
Thank you, Isaac. Come back inside. We should talk. Exiting 0 gravity. The air quality's improving. There's still pockets of gas trapped here and there.
Here and there, I can handle.
Listen, Jacob. My Jacob. Last I heard, he was on the mining deck with some other survivors. He said they were building an SOS beacon.
Did they finish it?
He said it was nearly done, but I haven't heard from him in a while. I can't leave yet. I need to make sure the air is safe to breathe. But if you can find that SOS beacon, call for rescue.
I will.
He dead, sister. He dead.
And if I meet Jacob?
Tell him I'll find him.
You ain't gonna find him. He dead.
An SOS beacon. Someone jettisoned all the others. Isaac, there's a shortcut to the mining deck. Near Cross's workstation. I'll get it open. Goddamn. We might actually get out of this nightmare.
Alright, I think this is a good place to end the stream. Go all the way to chapter 7. It's pretty freaking good. It's a better stream than yesterday, definitely. Had a good time, had a good time. I'll probably stream again tomorrow. We'll see. I'm off to go do the dishes, brush my teeth, and go to bed. As you all should too. I hope y'all have a great night, and I hope y'all pray to Jesus Christ, and I hope y'all do your chores. So, sweet dreams. I love you.